Ever wondered how to make the perfect pad thai at home? Today we're going to explore this culinary delight from the bustling streets of Thailand, right in our very own virtual kitchen. Pad thai, with its humble origins as a simple noodle dish, has grown to become an icon of Thai cuisine. It holds a special place in the hearts of many, not just for its mouth-watering blend of textures, but also for its symphony of flavors. Each bite is a perfect balance of sweet, sour, salty, and spicy, a true testament to the complexity of Thai cooking. Now we're going to put our in-video AI cooking assistant to the test. This AI's challenge? To guide us through the traditional techniques and tips for preparing this classic dish, while also suggesting variations to cater to different taste buds. Are you ready to make the best pad thai together? Let's dive in. Before we start cooking, let's get our ingredients ready. Our star is, of course, the rice noodles, a staple in many Thai dishes. They soak up flavors like a dream, providing the ideal base for our pad thai. For protein, we'll be using firm tofu and shrimp. Don't worry, vegetarians, you can easily substitute the shrimp for extra tofu. Next up, we've got garlic, bean sprouts, and green onions. Garlic lends that aromatic punch, while the bean sprouts add a delightful crunch. Green onions, with their mild, sweet flavor, make a fantastic garnish. They're the unsung heroes of this dish, if you ask me. We can't forget the crushed peanuts, another classic garnish that adds a nutty crunch and depth of flavor. For a burst of freshness, we'll finish our pad thai off with some lime wedges. A squeeze of lime juice over the dish just before eating? That's the cherry on top. Now, let's talk about the sauce. This is where the magic happens, where we achieve that balance of sweet, sour, salty, and spicy. We start with tamarind paste, which lends a tangy, fruity sourness. Fish sauce or soy sauce for our vegetarian friends brings in the umami and saltiness. Palm sugar, or brown sugar if you prefer, introduces a subtle sweetness. And finally, chili powder. This is where you can take control, adjust to your liking. Want it hotter? Add more. Prefer it milder? Use less. In Thai cooking, it's all about harmony. Each ingredient plays a role, contributing to the symphony of flavors. They work together, creating a dish that's more than the sum of its parts. Now that we have our ingredients ready, it's time to get cooking. The secret to a flavorful pad thai is in the sauce. Now let's prepare this magic potion. We start with 3 tablespoons of tamarind paste. This tangy delight is a staple in Thai cuisine and lends a unique, fruity sourness to our sauce. Next, add 3 tablespoons of fish sauce. Fear not, the fish sauce won't make your pad thai taste fishy. Instead, it imparts a deep, savory umami flavor that's essential to authentic Thai dishes. Vegetarians can substitute fish sauce with soy sauce. Now it's time to balance out the tang and salt with 2 tablespoons of palm sugar. This will add a delightful sweetness. If you don't have palm sugar, brown sugar works fine too. Finally, add a teaspoon of chili powder. This is where you can personalize your pad thai. If you love spice, feel free to add more. But be careful, we don't want to overpower the other flavors. With our sauce ready, let's move on to the main dish. Now, the real fun begins. Let's embark on this culinary adventure, transforming simple ingredients into a flavorful masterpiece known as pad thai. Our first order of business is soaking the rice noodles. You'll want to immerse them in warm water just until they become pliable. It's a delicate balance, too soft, and they'll turn mushy when cooked, too hard, and the final dish will be chewy. Once they've achieved the right consistency, drain them well. This foundational step sets the tone for our dish. Next, we heat some vegetable oil in a wok or large pan. Why a wok, you may ask? Its shape allows for even heat distribution and makes tossing our ingredients a breeze, both key for making a great pad thai. But if you don't have one, a large pan will do just fine. Now it's time to introduce our tofu. We want it to take on a golden hue, achieving a delightful crunch on the outside while remaining tender inside. Patience is key here, friends. Don't be tempted to flip or stir too soon. Let the heat do its magic. Then we'll toss in our minced garlic, filling our kitchen with that mouth-watering aroma. We want it to become fragrant, but be careful not to let it burn. A little tip here. If your garlic starts to turn too brown, lower the heat a notch. Our next step is to push our tofu and garlic to one side of the pan. We'll then crack our eggs into the freed space and scramble them until they're just set. The eggs add a richness to our pad thai that beautifully balances the tanginess of our sauce. Moving on, we introduce our shrimp to the pan. If you're going for a vegetarian option, feel free to add more tofu instead. We'll cook these until they turn a lovely pink and become opaque. Remember, overcooking can make them rubbery, so keep a close eye. With our proteins cooked to perfection, we add our drained rice noodles to the pan, followed by our previously prepared sauce. The goal here is to evenly coat every strand of noodle with that tangy, sweet, spicy goodness. Don't be shy with your stirring. We want to ensure every bite is a flavor explosion. Now, we stir in our bean sprouts and sliced green onions. These add a fresh crunch that contrasts beautifully with our soft noodles. We'll cook these for another couple of minutes, just until they're slightly tender but still retain their crunch. And now, the moment we've all been waiting for. It's time to serve our pad thai. Dish it out hot and garnish with a generous sprinkling of crushed peanuts for an extra layer of texture. And don't forget those lime wedges. A squeeze of lime just before eating heightens the flavors and adds a refreshing note that makes this dish truly sing. And voila, that's how you make an authentic pad thai right in your kitchen. Now it's your turn to take these techniques and tips and create your own culinary masterpiece. Remember, the beauty of cooking lies in experimentation. Feel free to play around with the flavors and make this dish uniquely yours. Happy cooking! Congratulations, you've just made a perfect pad thai. This delicious dish is a testament to the balance of sweet, sour, salty, and spicy flavors that Thai cuisine is renowned for. Let's take a moment to recap our journey. We began by soaking our rice noodles in warm water until they were pliable. Remember, this is a crucial step, as it ensures our noodles cook evenly later on. Next, we prepared our sauce, a crucial component in any pad thai dish. The tamarind paste, fish sauce, palm sugar, and chili powder all came together to create that signature balance of flavors. In our wok or large pan, we heated vegetable oil and cooked our tofu until golden. The garlic was added next and cooked until fragrant. We then pushed our tofu and garlic to the side, cracked our eggs into the pan, and scrambled until just set. Our shrimp, or additional tofu for those preferring a vegetarian option, was then added to the pan, cooking until pink and opaque. We then introduced our soaked rice noodles to the pan, followed by our prepared sauce. Tossing to combine and coat our noodles evenly was key to ensuring our pad thai was flavorful in every bite. Finally, we stirred in our bean sprouts and sliced green onions, cooking for an additional 2 to 3 minutes. Served hot, our pad thai was garnished with crushed peanuts and lime wedges, adding that final touch of texture and zest. Remember, the beauty of cooking is that you can adjust the recipe to your personal preference. Feel free to experiment with the ingredients and flavors to create your perfect pad thai. We can't wait to hear about your culinary adventures. Thank you for joining us today. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel for more delicious recipes and cooking tips. Until next time, happy cooking!